Hi there, and welcome to another recipe video brought to you by Fresh Approach. Fresh Approach is a 501c nonprofit, and our mission is to connect farmers and communities through nourishing food. Today I'll be making a quick and easy chia seed pudding recipe. It should take no more than 10 minutes to prep the recipe. Today we will be highlighting delicious seasonal fruit that we can use and add to our chia seed pudding. Let's get started. So to get started with the recipe, here are the 5 main ingredients that you'll need. First, coconut milk. Milk is really great because although it has saturated fats, it is also made from a plant and we get all the nutrients and other vitamins and minerals. But it always depends on the brand that you have, so always check your label. For this recipe, I will need about 16 fluid ounces. So as you see, one can has 13.5 fluid ounces. For the second can, I'll use no more than half the can. Coconut cream is also a really good option if you don't have coconut milk on hand. It makes it more thick and creamy if that's your preference. However, because it has a higher fat content, just being mindful if you have any needs or restrictions. This recipe also goes great with any milk of your choice: oat milk, almond milk, or regular cow's milk if it's preferred. Next, we will be using a half cup of chia seeds. Chia seeds are packed with fiber, protein, and fats to help us feel full and satiated longer. If you're familiar with chia seeds, once you add this to the coconut milk, it's going to form a gel in the coconut milk, which will make it into a pudding. And for reference, here is half a cup. And this is also optional if you don't want to add it, but I am also adding a teaspoon of vanilla extract just for some flavor. And for reference, I don't have my teaspoon, but here is my half teaspoon, so you'll use 2 of these. Next is your choice of sweetener for your chia seed pudding. Here I have 2 tablespoons of honey from my local farmer's market, but you can use agave, maple syrup, anything that you'd like. And lastly, we'll be adding a pinch of sea salt. Sea salt is really great because it's full of minerals, because it's a natural salt. And so we'll be adding a very small pinch to our chia seed pudding to get a little bit of flavor. All right, so those are the main ingredients. I also want to share with you some optional flavorings that we can add to our chia seed pudding, which is cacao powder. You would add maybe only a half a tablespoon of cacao powder just to make it a little more chocolatey, if that is your liking. You can even add some cinnamon to your chia seed pudding optionally to add some flavor and other benefits that come from the cinnamon. All right, so let's make the chia seed pudding. I have a large container that I'm going to put all my fixins in. First goes in my coconut milk. Next goes in our chia seeds. Let's give that a good whisk. Start to combine it. You might see some clumps from your coconut milk. Make sure you give the can a good stir, but after this sits in the fridge, it will combine nicely, so don't worry about it. We also have our vanilla extract, our honey for flavoring. I also have a spatula here. Lastly, we just need to add our pinch of sea salt and give that a good mix. Really just a very small pinch, and we're going to give that a good mix. Try to get the chia that's fallen on the side there. And we're about done preparing the chia. Again, you can add optional toppings like cacao powder or cinnamon. If you're sharing it with family, it might be best to have it plain and everyone else can add the flavors that they like. Okay, now that we prepared our delicious chia seed pudding that will set us up for the week, we are going to put the chia seed pudding in the refrigerator for 2 hours minimum. Best results are always leaving the chia seed pudding overnight, so I'll definitely have to check back in with you all when it's nice and thick and it's not watery or more of a liquid form. We'll check back in then. As we wait for the chia seed pudding to rest in the refrigerator, I want to show you the amazing seasonal fruit that I got at the market for this recipe, and also other toppings that we can add to our chia seed pudding. From my local farmer's market, I picked up a pound of mandarin oranges from J&J Ramos Farms. They're located in Hutchins, California. And so I'm going to use one baby orange. Also, more fruit that we have at the market still in season are our berries. I have berry flats here from Medina Farms. So we have strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries. They are from Watsonville. And lastly, some other toppings that you can add to your chia seed pudding are slivered almonds that I have here. You can find them in your bulk section at your local grocery store, or some vendors, they will have nuts and seeds depending at your market closest to you. I even have some pumpkin seeds as well that you can put on top of your chia seed pudding. You can even put coconut flakes, like dried coconut flakes. Another thing that I also like to add is frozen fruit if you have it on hand, whether you're buying in bulk your berries and you're prepping them to store in your freezer. That is also a great option. And then just wanted to share some other flavors. I also love adding passion fruit. And so yes, those are a variety of toppings we'll be adding to our chia seed pudding when it's ready. So stay tuned and stick around for that. All right, well, it's the next day. Our chia seed pudding is finally ready. So I will show you all how I prepare a single serving of our chia seed pudding in a reusable jar, like a mason jar. Let's take a look at what it looks like. As you can see, the chia seeds, they've totally expanded. It's less of a liquid texture, of more of thicker consistency. I really like this consistency. Again, it's been in the fridge overnight. So for our toppings, I have blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, and mandarin oranges that I showed you yesterday. And these are all from the farmer's market. We're going to use about a half cup of our fruit, not all of it, but you can add to your preference. So in a mason jar, we're going to start assembling. Mind you, it's going to probably be halfway filled for the chia seeds for the one I will make. So just be mindful of that. Again, you can add as much or as little as you like. So I'm going to use a fourth cup just for size and kind of portion it out, because I want to create some layers of our chia seed pudding. So I'm going to layer the bottom with some fruit, because I like to have that layer and the different textures. So putting a nice little layer of fruit, topping it off with our chia seed pudding. We have our first layer there of chia. And then I'm going to add a little bit more fruit, some blueberries on top, a few more strawberries, and then my second layer of chia seed pudding. So with that, we get a nice layer. As you can see here, it's kind of layered through there. I'll put one more layer of fruit. And if you've ever had chia seed pudding using coconut, the flavors are super tropical and refreshing, and just a perfect breakfast and snack for the springtime and the summertime, when we want something to cool us down when it's warm. There you have it, your chia seed pudding. It is nutrient dense with the chia seeds and the coconut milk with some nutrients as well. And the berries, because they are whole foods, they give a good amount of fiber as well to help us stay full and ensures that we have regular bowel movement. This is ready to enjoy. And there you are with the chia seed pudding. All right, there you have it. This is our chia seed pudding recipe. I really love this recipe because of how quick it is, and we can make a lot, so we're guaranteed a meal for at least 7 days. As you saw, the prep time for making our chia seed pudding was no more than 10 minutes. I also love the different colors that we can see and the different variations we can have with our toppings, and just a great way that we can get our whole foods in eat a good amount of fiber, and also supporting our local farmers so we can get the delicious fruit in season where it tastes the best. And with that, this is another recipe cooking demo brought to you by Fresh Approach. We'll be having a lot of recipes coming out soon, so make sure you check them out. Thank you.